a shotgun and her pistol?
Four shots. One desperate 911 call. What happened inside that Florida home and why did it end with a Navy officer behind bars? You're watching MOPD, a true crime documentary. Just a little warning, today's story contains references to firearm-related incidents and family loss. If you don't want to watch heavy content, you can choose another episode on MOPD. But if you're ready, join me for the real story behind this case. It was an ordinary afternoon in Gulf Breeze, Florida, a quiet suburban street, the kind of place where nothing dramatic ever happens. Inside one home. A couple argued like countless others, but this time, it was different.
What was that? You just shot me! She just shot him. I just heard 4 shots.
On September 8th, T1 911 received 3 calls in quick succession from the Turner family home. The last call was a cry for help. Then, sudden noises were heard. The victim, Collin James Turner, 34, collapsed while still talking to police. When officers arrived, they found his wife, Bree Turner, also 34, the only person alive in the home. She appeared calm, but all signs pointed in one direction. A marriage once called perfect was now a memory. Amid promises, jealousy, and pent-up anger, tragedy struck, leaving behind children. And the question, what really drove Bree to make that irreversible decision? This is the sad story of Bree and Collin Turner. Gulf Breeze, a quiet, picturesque town in the Pensacola, Florida area, is known as a vacation and retirement destination. It's known for its great schools, beautiful beaches, and strong sense of community. It seems like the perfect family dream. But sometimes, even in the most peaceful of places, conflict still simmers behind closed doors. It was the third 911 call from their address that day, September 8th, 2021. When officers arrived, they realized this time it wasn't just another domestic disturbance. Officers crawled beneath the partially closed garage door to enter the house. Inside, they found Collin lying face down, and Bree was the only adult left inside.
I don't know who he is, but he's in the garage. 3 in the chest, or looks like 3 in the chest. Might be 2. They said they heard 4 gunshots, though.
4 firearm shots rang out on the 911 line, then silence. The man on the line, Collin, never answered again.
Are you there? He's not answering.
That's why the police rushed to the scene, because the 911 operator believed she had just heard a murder in progress. In real time, when they arrived, they found Collin unresponsive on the floor of his own garage. And clearly, the 911 operator was right. The police quickly fanned out, searching the entire house, focusing on finding the object believed to be involved. Soon, they discovered a firearm in the kitchen believed to be the weapon that took Collin's life.
It looks like it's in the holster.
Yeah.
But it's stuck behind the toaster.
Stuck behind a toaster.
Searching the home, police discovered a handgun in the kitchen, wedged behind a toaster, a weapon hidden in a domestic space, a father locked in his own garage, and 3 children nearby, all under the same roof. 2 of them were Collin and Bree's young children, ages 4 and 3. The third was Bree's 12-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. When police reached the scene, Bree was sitting calmly on a neighbor's porch with her daughter.
She told her that everything would be fine and that she was sorry. And when I spoke to her, I asked her if she was all right. And she said that I shot him.
Within minutes, she confessed, "I shot him." Her voice was flat, almost detached. When asked why, she said, "He was going to take my children."
She told me that she shot him because he was going to take that she shot him because he was going to take my children.
Are you in shock?
Well, do me a favor. Can you,
Is he alive?
they're working on him right now.
Okay.
At first, she didn't realize she had taken the life of Collin, her husband, the father of her children. That was until the police began their investigation.
He was dead. I saw him and I tried to help, but he was dead.
Okay, well, let's not talk about that right now, okay?
My kids don't have a dad or a mom now. And it's my fault. And he's right. I'm a murderer.
So you, listen, you're not, listen to me. You're not under arrest right now, you're being detained, okay? While we investigate.
No, you should arrest me. I killed my husband.
Her emotions swung wildly: denial, regret, disbelief. One moment she insisted he was dead, the next she begged to know if the ambulance could still save him.
Hopefully I just shot him. Maybe he's not dead. He should not be dead. How come they're not going to get him? The ambulance.
Collin lay motionless, a husband caught in a tragic domestic conflict. Bree seemed to wake from her panic. She was remorseful, repeating over and over that she knew what she had done was wrong. But why? In an instant, a normal afternoon turned into tragedy. Bree, born in May 1987, had a bright future ahead of her. After graduating from East Mississippi Community College in 2012, she joined the Navy, where she met Collin Turner. A Marine from Georgia, Collin served 14 years, reaching the rank of gunnery sergeant, before being forced to leave the service due to a traumatic brain injury. He became a stay-at-home dad, raising their children and supporting Bree. While she continued to serve at Naval Station Pensacola as a senior non-commissioned officer, Collin may have felt overshadowed by his wife's success, but he persevered. He pursued a degree in electrical engineering, was accepted to Johns Hopkins University, and planned to begin his master's program in January 2022. Sadly, that day never came. Not much is known about how Bree and Collin met, or what they had in common, other than that they both served in the military, and each had children from previous relationships. They started a family together, with their first child born in 2017 and their second in 2018. But recently, their relationship began to fray. Collin tagged Bree in a Facebook post that quipped, "Fun fact, most archaeologists are women because they have a natural ability to dig up the past." Meanwhile, Bree took to Facebook to seek advice on divorce lawyers, saying that things could get complicated and ugly when it came to children and property. Something serious had happened between these two people who were once deeply in love, so serious that it ended in murder. September 8th, the police were called 3 times that afternoon, but the first 2 times, they left without knowing the worst was yet to come. When they returned the 3rd time, the scene before them was shocking. Collin Turner, the man they had spoken to just hours earlier, was dead on the floor. The first 911 call came in at 12:53 p.m. Collin and Bree were arguing, and it was Bree who picked up the phone.
She's got a shotgun in her pistol in the bedroom with her.
Okay.
And my pistol is on the dashboard of my truck.
She accused Collin of being violent towards her.
What's going on today, ma'am?
So my husband is trying to take the kids.
What's up, big guy?
He threw me on the floor and pushed me against the wall.
And this all happened today?
Yes, happened. We've
What
been
the-
having issues over since the weekend.
What are the issues about?
Just typical relationship stuff. His go-to is to use the kids against me. So
Yes.
he's trying to take them to Georgia. And I don't want them to go.
The police are trying to talk to Bree while the kids keep interrupting, wanting to show off their toys, wanting attention. They laugh, talk, and seem oblivious to the danger hovering over them. Or worse, maybe they're used to it. For Bree and Collin's family, maybe this is normal.
I have appointments with attorneys. I don't want him in the house. He ran over the weekend. I just want
You guys,
him
you got
divorced.
any marks anywhere? You got any bruises or anything?
No.
The problem is, I gotta be able to prove it.
Officers arrived and saw no visible injuries. They told her they couldn't remove him without evidence.
We're not gonna get involved with you guys
taking the kids or separating the kids or saying that this parent or that parent can take the children. That's not unless there's a protection order or a domestic violence injunction or something from a court. If you want to get you a statement and get you started on that, fill it out, tell me what happened today.
I'm assuming that the kids can get out of here and I can fill them out at another time.
The police advised Bree to write a full statement. Bree said she didn't want to file a statement, she just wanted to get her kids out. When the police spoke to Collin, his version was different.
Was at any point in time did he get physical? I told you I tried to grab my daughter last night and she got physical and stopped me. So I backed off at that point. That kind of allegation is the last thing I needed.
Bree turned back, looking for the bag intending to pack. Or maybe as a way to force Collin out of the house, but nothing changed. And they continued arguing.
Not leaving the kids with me. Borderline rage last night, and it's continuing to now. I figured out I was trying to take my kids. Georgia. Give space between the two of us, not take the fucking kids away from her.
I got you.
I'm the primary caretaker of the kids, only caretaker of the kids.
Collin told police that Bree suffered from borderline personality disorder and that she'd once been hospitalized after a suicide attempt. He explained he only wanted to take the children to Georgia for a few days to cool off.
So nobody pushing anybody, nobody trying to hit anybody. Any reason why she would say maybe that you did batter her?
Because she has borderline personality disorder, and it's a textbook thing for people with that disorder to do, is make false allegations.
Bree had a history of mental health issues. At the time of September 8th, she was still on active duty in the Navy, but had been placed on restricted duty due to a previous suicide attempt. At the time of the shooting, Bree was taking medication and attending therapy, but according to her superiors, she had missed several sessions and absconded from duty. These were signs of erratic behavior, while Collin insisted he was just trying to de-escalate the situation. He signed a statement acknowledging this. However, the police decided not to get involved further.
We can't stop you from doing anything. Y'all are married. And then we can stop you from being violent with each other.
Around 5 p.m., Collin called 911 again, and this time, he sounded even more stressed.
Hey, my wife won't let me in my house. She's got mental health stuff going on. I was trying to leave for Georgia to get a break from her for me and the kids earlier today. And she called you guys. And I was talking to you guys. She took my photo ID, all my access to money and everything. And then took the kids inside and locked me out. She was mad that I turned off the Wi-Fi last night, so she washed my laptop in the dishwasher. And that's kind of like the last straw.
Shortly after the police left the first time, Bree locked the door, locking Collin out of the house. When the police returned and spoke to her again, Bree repeated her initial statement that Collin had been physically abusive and was trying to take the children away. She also added that Collin had contacted her superiors in the Navy directly.
He had been in contact with my command about his allegations of emotional abuse.
After the first 911 call, Collin contacted her superiors. He said Bree had removed his access to her financial accounts, and in return, he had put her computer in the dishwasher, according to the account. It was just a normal conversation with no signs of escalation or yelling. Within the Navy, officers viewed her actions as a form of emotional abuse, controlling access to money, property, and communication. When commanders spoke to Collin, he said he felt safe. When they spoke to Bree, she said she didn't.
I asked her if she felt safe inside the residence. She said for her and her kids, and she said that she didn't.
To police, she kept repeating that her husband was manipulative and that he was trying to take her kids away.
If it turns physical at any point, somebody's going to have to go to jail. Okay? State law requires somebody to go to jail. If somebody gets physical and there's an evidence of it, somebody's going to jail. Okay, whether it's you, whether it's her, I don't know.
At 6:22 p.m., just 1 hour after officers left, Collin called 911 for the third and final time.
Hi, you guys have been out to my house twice today, and then most recently the deputy talked my wife into letting me in the house, and then she locked me in the garage, and I tried to break my arm, and I was trying to get back inside. She locked the door behind me, and then when I tried to...
A seemingly normal day, but a lingering family argument spiraled out of control. It ended with a single firearm shot. An autopsy later revealed that Collin had been injured from behind.
Is there any doubt in your mind whatsoever the wounds in Mr. Turner's back are entrance wounds?
I have no doubt whatsoever.
He'd been injured from behind, locked inside his own garage. The medical examiner later confirmed the bullets had entered from behind. Police already knew who pulled the trigger. Now, they needed to understand why.
I talked to a lot of people tonight. Okay, I feel like your voice is the most important. I want to give you the opportunity to kind of explain or maybe give us a little bit of insight exactly what happened.
As she sat and reviewed the 3 911 calls she had made that day, Bree simply nodded. She repeated that they had only argued long, and tiring.
He said that sometime I tried to kill myself. A couple months ago that no judge in the world would give me custody of children. He threw me on the ground and said nobody would believe me because I was a...
What happened after the law enforcement left the second time?
I don't remember. He was in the garage again, and I locked him out. He tried coming in, so I blocked the door, and he kicked my foot. And was trying to push to go to the door to get my kids. And I took him out of the house, around back, to go to the neighbor's house. And I saw a kid to go 911. And I had to take the kids so I could go back and help him because I shot him.
In the midst of an argument, she shot her husband and she knew exactly what she was doing because she immediately took the children out of the house knowing they shouldn't have witnessed it.
How many times did you shoot him, Bree? Sure. So just to kind of...
I didn't mean to shoot him. It was at least twice I didn't mean to shoot him, but I did. And he said something and just the look on his face. So I was like...
What was the look on his face?
He was gonna kill me.
Where did you get the gun? And you said you came to the door. Did you already have the gun in your hands? Did you already have the gun in your hand when you came to the garage door?
Bree Turner was silent in response to the investigators' questions. She couldn't explain what had happened in the garage where Collin, unarmed, held only a phone that was dialing 911 when the investigators left the room. Bree was still sitting there alone, calling her father.
I mean, I've got to believe there was a reason it happened. Typically don't go around shooting people without a reason. You threatening you, or were you in the middle of an argument? Eric seemed to think he sounded like Collin was mocking you at the time. But I don't know.
Bree's brother, Eric, says the family is still trying to piece together why she could have done this.
It's so uncharacteristic. Why did you grab a gun? Was he gonna hurt you?
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
She choked up and admitted that she didn't know why she did it, only that she was filled with guilt. It was the first time she stopped insisting it was self-defense.
You really killed my best friend.
You did.
My husband, father of my kids. I just fucked up everybody. I killed him and fucked up everybody else's life.
Her trial took place in September 2024, nearly 3 years after the shooting. Prosecutors presented bodycam footage, Bree's own interview, and cell phone evidence from that day.
So this is a back and forth thing. This is really what you want to do in front of the kids.
I want you to leave the house, or I can take you.
I want you to leave the house.
I don't want to be around you for at all.
Okay, then leave.
I don't trust you with the kids.
I don't trust
This
you
is
with the
emotionally
kids.
unstable.
You have your own disability for being emotionally unstable.
Or for joint pain.
Collin had suffered a traumatic brain injury several years earlier, the reason he was discharged from the Marine Corps. Bree's defense attorney argued that this neurological condition led to his unstable and irrational behavior. However, since both individuals had documented mental health issues, that argument was not convincing enough to the court. During the trial, Bree's ex-partner, the father of her 12-year-old daughter, testified that he received a text message from Collin at 12:55 p.m., the exact time Bree was recording a video on her cell phone.
Hey man, Bree's losing it. She ran my laptop through the dishwasher last night because I turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm planning on getting out of here with the little kids, but she's already told me she'll press charges if I take Kylie with me. I don't know what you can do legally, but I wanted to give you a heads up.
An hour later at 6:09 p.m., he texted again. 13 minutes later, he was dead.
It's gonna be worse before it gets better too. She's always told her stories about you, and I thought you sucked, but now that I think about it, she's crazy as hell and probably did the same stuff to you.
After the shooting, Bree called that same ex and told him, "You need to come get your daughter. I just shot Collin." When he asked why, she said, "I don't know."
I said, "Why do I need to come get my daughter?" And she said, "I just shot Collin." And I responded, I said, "Why?" And she said, I don't know.
In court, prosecutors described a pattern of escalating control, destroying his laptop, cutting him off from finances, locking him out of the house, then finally trapping him in the garage. The 911 call captured Collin's voice panicked, but calm, trying to reason with her, before 4 firearm shots ended it all. Bree's defense planned to argue that she suffered from PTSD and spousal abuse, but at the last moment, she chose not to testify. Her only witness was her brother, Eric, who said he'd been on the phone with her during the fight. He told the jury he heard banging sounds, the kids crying and Bree yelling that she was being hit.
What exactly did you hear in terms of a physical altercation? Can you describe it?
I heard things banging. I heard my nieces and nephews crying and yelling. I heard my sister saying she was being hit. I heard Collin yelling, and I heard, I wouldn't know how to describe it, things hitting the ground or things being hit, like bumped or something, like slams.
So things are being hit, and she's telling you Collin is hitting her, is that correct? You don't know what's going on. Obviously, you can't see what's going on, can you? Did Bree ever mention a gun to you?
I believe right at the end she said she was getting a gun to protect the kids, and I said, just leave. And I said he wouldn't hurt them. She said he would kill them, and that is when the call ended, when she shot him.
But in earlier police interviews, Eric had never mentioned a firearm. That inconsistency broke his credibility. The prosecution seized on it, and the defense's case unraveled. After 4 hours of deliberation, the jury reached a unanimous verdict. Bree was found guilty of first-degree murder. The court ruled she'd made a deliberate choice to kill her husband, not an act of fear or defense. She was sentenced to life in prison without parole, the mandatory minimum for the charge. Her 12-year-old daughter now lives with her biological father. Collin and Bree's 2 young children are growing up without either parent. And that quiet street in Gulf Breeze, Florida, still carries the echo of a man's last words, a 911 call that no one could save in time. 1 call, 4 bullets, a family erased in seconds. Stay with MOPD for more true crime documentaries that uncover the darkest side of the ordinary. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't look away from the truth.